Hello everyone, this is Maki. The Blu-ray disc of the movie Gundam Seed Freedom comes with the bonus audio drama CD. On September 30th, part of the audio drama was released on the official Gundam YouTube channel. Previously, director Mitsuo Fukuda mentioned if the bonus audio drama is just a rating of a novel, it won't entertain the fans, so I plan to change the content a bit. Only part of it has been released, but let's check out the changes and some of the interesting parts. The first is the story of Athrun and Cagalli. It's based on the novel distributed as a bonus to moviegoers. Athrun, who works as a member of the secret organization Terminal, meets with Cagalli to report information. He arrives at a modest, everyday shop that Cagalli has chosen, and the shopkeeper greets him. Now, the clerk's voice is one that sounds strangely familiar. This has become quite a topic of conversation among fans in Japan. However, keep in mind that the buzz is based purely on impressions from hearing the voice, so we can't confirm if the information is accurate. The voice of the saleswoman sounds remarkably similar to that of Miss Naomi Shindo. Miss Shindo is the voice actress who portrayed Cagalli as her in the Seed and Seed Destiny TV series. In the movie Seed Freedom, the voice of Cagalli is provided by Miss Nonako Mori. It's not uncommon in any production to change the voice actors of main characters. For example, in the previous movie before Seed Freedom, Hathaway's Flash, the voice actor of the main character Hathaway Noah, was changed. When Hathaway appeared in Shah's counterattack, he was voiced by Mr. Nozomu Sasaki. In Hathaway's Flash, his voice was voiced by Mr. Kensho Ono. If the voice of the shopkeeper turns out to be that of Miss Shindo, Athrun will find himself surrounded by two Cagallis. When Cagalli appears in front of Athrun, she's wearing a short skirt. In the bonus novel distributed in theaters, she wore pants, but in the audio drama, she seems to be wearing a cute skirt. Athrun is surprised and a little confused by Cagalli's appearance. Cagalli explains that she borrowed the skirt from Miri Aller. Just as Cagalli is about to focus on the food, the audio drama preview ends. Next is the audio drama from Shinosuke's college days. In it, Agnes and Shin get into a fight. Wei Zobao makes a long-awaited appearance. Since he left the story at the end of Seed Destiny, this is his first appearance in a long time. The portion of the audio drama that was released was very short, only leading up to Wei's appearance. Since there have been major changes in the content, perhaps only a small part of Shin's drama was revealed. In addition, Gilbert Duano makes a brief appearance in the bonus novel distributed at the theaters. Perhaps Duano will appear in the audio drama as well. Finally, we have Neumann's Voyage diary. This story follows Arnold Neumann, who was responsible for piloting the Archangel and the Millennium. It wasn't distributed as a movie bonus, but is completely new content. The story begins with Neumann writing in his diary about the creation of Campus. Campus is described as an organization with principles of non-alignment and opposition to genetic discrimination. When the radio play begins, the organization has just been founded, but Neumann has not yet been informed of its specific activities. Neumann asks Moronius, is Campus the kind of organization that will intervene in conflicts around the world? Mor replies, our primary mission will probably be humanitarian rescue. We're even planning to add more medical facilities to the Archangel. Campus will not be equipped with combat capabilities strong enough to intervene in conflicts. It appears that campus was intended at the time of its creation to function more like an international rescue team. This suggests that there was no initial plan to deploy advanced mobile suits like the Rising Freedom or Immortal Justice. Perhaps an incident occurred that led to the decision to bolster their military capabilities after the fact. Mullah Flaker and Dahlia Loa Hachandra also appear and discuss the fact that as members of campus, they can no longer act independently. Neumann jokes, so we can just kidnap brides from wedding venues, to which Maru laughs and replies, absolutely not. Despite their lack of freedom, Neumann seems pleased that they are getting paid for their work in Seed Destiny. The Archangel operated as part of the old military, but it was still something of a secret. In fact, there were times when they attacked both Earth Alliance and Zapt forces. Had the Archangel been officially part of the old military, those actions would have been internationally dangerous. It seems that the crew worked without pay until they were assigned to campus. Neumann happily remarks, I can finally buy my own car. Chandra teases him saying, you're buying a car when you don't have a girlfriend. Want me to ride shotgun for you? Neumann then writes in his diary that he is determined to keep fighting to end the fighting. It's contradictory, but I'll keep doing what I've always done. Here ends the preview of the radio play. There are so many fascinating elements that came up. Personally, the part that caught my attention the most was campus will not be equipped with combat capabilities strong enough to intervene in conflicts. It became clear that when it was first established, there were no plans to deploy very powerful weapons. Yet in the movie, campus is shown intervening in the conflict right at the beginning. They intervene in the conflict and oppose any force that tries to continue the fighting. This includes not only Blue Cosmos, but also the Zapt forces who are on the verge of committing atrocities. Perhaps an event will occur that will lead to the decision to use powerful mobile suits like the Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice. By the way, I wonder if Neumann ever got a chance to buy his car after the events of the movie. In the final battle against the Kingdom of the Foundation, Maru tells Neumann to drift. Drifting is a well-known technique in car racing. Could it be that Maru was fulfilling Neumann's desire to drive a car, albeit in the middle of a battlefield? I also wonder what kind of car Neumann would buy. In the Seed Astray series, Logel developed a durable car using phase shift armor technology, which turned out to be a commercial success. Interestingly, Ramias herself led the development of phase shift armor as a technical officer. Perhaps Neumann would buy a car with phase shift armor. If a new Seed storyline is ever produced, we might see Neumann protecting Kira and Lars from Blue Cosmos while driving a phase shift armored car. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. I'll see you next time.